Hey, did you know that one simple spoonful before bed may help support your kidneys while your body naturally repairs itself overnight? In this video, I'm going to reveal the surprising ingredient people are adding to their nighttime routine and why so many are shocked by the potential benefits, even if you've never paid much attention to kidney health before. But here's the surprising part. It's probably not what you think, and using the wrong ingredient could be doing more harm than good. Hey, I'm Ellis, and a while back I started noticing I was constantly feeling drained, waking up tired, and just not feeling like myself. I tried drinking more water and all the usual health tips people recommend, but nothing seemed to make much of a difference. Then I started learning more about how certain foods and simple nighttime habits can support your body in ways most people never think about. Once I made a few changes, I felt a huge difference. There's so much confusing health advice online, which is why I want to share the things that actually helped me and save you from wasting time on the wrong stuff. All right, now let's get into this, because tonight I'm going to walk you through a simple nighttime routine built around one spoonful ingredient and 3 things almost nobody talks about when it comes to supporting kidney health. And stay with me because the third point surprises almost everyone. Plus, I'll reveal one evening habit that many people do every single night without realizing it may be working against them. First, let me ask you something. Have you ever woken up feeling tired, even after a full night of sleep? Or maybe your fingers feel puffy in the morning. Maybe your socks leave marks around your ankles. Maybe you just feel a little off, heavy, or sluggish. Most people instantly blame getting older. Others blame stress. Some people blame sleep. But your body has a strange way of communicating with you. It rarely screams at first. It whispers. And that's especially true when we're talking about organs that work quietly in the background, because your kidneys are working around the clock. Even while you're sleeping tonight, they're filtering waste, helping regulate fluids, balancing important minerals, and supporting systems throughout your body. The interesting thing is most people never think about their kidneys until they start worrying about them. Now, you might be wondering, why are we talking about kidneys if the title is about one spoon before bed? Great question. Because the spoon itself isn't the whole story. That's where people get this wrong. People hear titles like this and immediately think there's some magical ingredient out there that instantly changes everything overnight. But the truth is a little different. Your body works more like a garden than a light switch. Think about that for a second. You don't plant a seed at night and wake up to a giant tree the next morning. You create the right conditions. You water it. You feed it. You consistently give it what it needs. Your body works in a surprisingly similar way. And once I understood that, a lot started making more sense. Now, before we get to the spoon ingredient itself, there's something from the research that stopped me when I first learned it. Most people accidentally create the opposite environment during the evening, and they do it without even realizing it. Let's start with step number 3, hydration timing. Now, this sounds simple, maybe too simple, but stay with me. Most people barely drink enough during the day and then suddenly realize at night, oh wow, I haven't had enough water today. So what happens? Huge glasses of water after dinner, drinks right before bed, trying to catch up all at once. Sound familiar? You might even be doing it right now. The problem is, your body often prefers consistency over extremes. The knowledge base talked about how people often overload later in the day instead of spacing hydration earlier. And when you think about it, it actually makes sense. Your body has rhythms. Everything has timing. Now, is drinking water bad before bed? Of course not. That's not what I'm saying. But small habits repeated over and over create patterns, and patterns create outcomes. Now, here's where things get interesting, because hydration is important. But hydration alone isn't the spoon everyone clicked for. Let's move to step number 2. Now, when people hear 1 spoon before bed, they expect something exotic. Some secret ingredient hidden in a rainforest. A supplement nobody can pronounce. Something that costs $79.99 a bottle. But the ingredient people have been paying attention to is surprisingly ordinary: beetroot. And before you think, wait, seriously? Stay with me. Beets naturally contain nitrates that the body can convert into nitric oxide. Now that sounds scientific, but here's the simple version. Nitric oxide helps support blood vessel relaxation and circulation. Why does that matter? Because every system in your body depends on blood flow doing its job properly. Think of circulation like a highway. If traffic moves smoothly, everything gets where it needs to go. If traffic slows down, problems start showing up. Simple. Now, am I saying a spoonful magically repairs kidneys overnight? No. But supporting systems your body depends on while sleeping may help support what your body naturally already does. And honestly, sometimes the simplest things are the things people overlook. Now, let me ask you another question. Have you ever noticed your body feels different depending on what you ate the night before? Maybe you wake up feeling lighter, or heavier, or thirsty, or sluggish. Most people have noticed this but never think much about it. Which brings us to the number one mistake. And this one surprised me. Late night processed foods. Because millions of people finish the day exactly the same way. TV on, snack in hand, something salty, something easy, something quick. And before you know it, chips, processed snacks, or highly salty foods become a nightly routine. The strange thing? People wake up feeling off the next morning and never connect the dots. Now, I'm not saying one snack suddenly changes everything, but habits are sneaky. They don't show up dramatically. They stack, little by little, day after day, week after week. That's how habits work. Now, before we finish, I want to give you a very simple nighttime routine. Because complicated plans usually fail. Simple wins. Step 1. Avoid loading up on heavily processed salty foods late at night. Step 2. Spread hydration throughout the day instead of trying to catch up before bed. Step 3. Some people include a small spoonful of beetroot powder mixed into water as part of an evening routine because of its naturally occurring compounds. That's it. No crazy detoxes, no impossible routines, no spending hundreds on mystery supplements. Simple. Because sometimes health isn't about adding 20 new things. Sometimes it's removing what isn't helping and being more intentional with small choices. And remember where we started. The title wasn't really about magic. It wasn't really about 1 spoon. It was about understanding that tiny habits repeated consistently can create surprisingly big differences over time. Now you know why so many people have been paying attention to this simple nighttime habit. If you enjoyed this video and want more simple health videos like this one, subscribe for more.